Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-Rise press conference. My name is Connor Greene. I am the founder and owner of this fine establishment known as Vigilant Pro Wrestling. And before we proceed on tonight with what is going to be going on in Vigilant Pro Wrestling following this spectacular event, I would like to welcome our new World Heavyweight Champion, Dante McGregor. Alright, Dante, so the first question here is from...
What the hell? You think you have the right to ask me questions whenever this whole week you media scrum gave me the cold shoulder? Why should I expect any better anyways? You guys have treated me like this my whole career. You have never given me a fair chance, so just sit down and shut the hell up. All I'm going to say is this. Come Afterlife, you will see a massive celebration as well as a new and improved Dalton Ross. It's just a shame that Nightbot, Ray Lethal, and TJ Nicholson weren't vying their contracts on the line as well, because I would make men out of them. As you all saw, I took down each one of them very easily, because I am your new VPW World Heavyweight Champion, Irish Dante McGregor!
That is your world champion, Dante McGregor. I was not quite expecting him to conduct himself in that way. We had a lot of questions for the new world champion, but I guess the champ just doesn't care. But as Dante McGregor said, supposedly we're going to be having a world championship celebration on Afterlife. I don't remember talking about that in the back, but it's whatever. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to answer some questions regarding Vigilant Pro Wrestling. And the first question that catches my attention here comes from Fisk. Ooh, Fisk. What is the status of Bobby Mercer? Bobby Mercer is kind of a touchy topic for me right now, if I'm honest with you. Considering his actions on the latest Genesis, I've had no choice but to indefinitely suspend him. And on top of that, ruthlessly attacking Alex at Resurgence and before Genesis. Now, I know Alex provoked that, but I cannot have a maniac going around backstage causing my superstars to feel unsafe. So, as of this moment, Bobby Mercer is suspended indefinitely without pay, and he will not be mentioned on Vigilant Pro Wrestling broadcastings going forward. I do not know whether this suspension will be lifted or not, but we will have to wait and see, and I hope you guys respect my wishes not to speak of him. Next one comes from RPJ of El Dorado Championship Wrestling. How do you feel about Hunter Andrews' tactic? How do you feel about Hunter Andrews' tactics to win the World Television Championship? Well, you know what? I'm gonna put McGregor in this category too. I'm not pleased with how our new champions won their championships. You know, using cheap tactics. I mean, we saw Kyle Richardson come out and attack Travis, which led to Andrews winning the television championship in the main event. Granted, he didn't need help in his match to win the championship, but it was a semi-main event. And then we had Dalton Ross come out and aid Dante McGregor, which, if Dalton Ross had not come out, I think TJ Nicholson would have had McGregor for sure. But there's nothing I could do now. I just know I will be more strict when it comes to those type of policies going forward. Let's just hope that they can defend the championships fairly and lose them fairly too. Moving on from that, I think it is time now to answer this question. Are there any new signings or potential superstars you would like to see on Vigilant Pro Wrestling? Well, you know, I've scouted all over the world for talents, and there's a few that have caught my eye. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to turn your attention to the screen behind me, as now it is time for some big news, as we have new signings here in Vigilant Pro Wrestling. Starting off first, the Crash Poet himself, Alex James, my former tag team partner and tag champion with me in the AWF and Call All-Stars breakout superstar. You know, he was in that match in Calls vs. 12, that ladder match, and he was in that match against Kobe Vincent, and he is still going strong. He is definitely going to change the landscape here in Vigilant Pro Wrestling, and I cannot wait to see what my brother does. The next signing here is longtime supporter of my cause, Marty Morton, who was actually in the crowd at Rise, and I took the opportunity just moments ago, actually, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fresh signing. I gave him the contract, and he signed it with no hesitation. This might be a big challenge for Ray Lethal, and I would love to see Ray Lethal and Marty Morton go head-to-head to see who is the best big boy on the roster. But, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest signing I will announce as of this moment, the last signing I will announce, is this man. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, the big guy from UCT himself, Justice Edge. This man has absolutely blew me away in BCW countless times over and over again, just as much as Brandon X did in the early days of VPW, and I cannot be more proud than to welcome him onto the brand. This name alone is going to cause shifts and changes in how every performer in VPW conducts themselves and goes in that ring. They're going to go from 100 to 120, and I cannot wait to see all that unfold. And unfortunately, cut this short, ladies and gentlemen. I only have time for one more question, as we have to get the production truck ready and up to Arizona for the next Afterlife show. But I will answer this, as everyone has been asking me, what is the status of the United States, the Women's and Tag Team Championships? Well, I'm going to be announcing the qualifier matches. That is right, qualifier matches. The first qualifier match I will be announcing here will be Ash Tepes taking on Nicole Casey, two VPW Woman Originals, going head-to-head to qualify to see who will face another superstar at New Horizons to crown the new Women's Champion. The next match I would like to announce is the Tag Team Championship qualifiers. Match number 1 anyway. It'll be the Crawfords taking on Wild Thunder in a rematch from Genesis. These two teams absolutely blew me away, and the tag team scene in CAW always looks pretty bleak and empty, but when you put these teams in the category, it looks pretty bright, and I cannot think of any other teams to represent the brand of Vigilant Pro Wrestling going forward than these two, and these two are going to tear it off the house once again on Afterlife. And the last qualifier match I will announce will be the World Heavyweight Championship qualifier match, as these two made it to the semifinals, so I think it's only fair. Ray Lethal will be going head-to-head with Junkyard Joe. And you know earlier how I said there are more signings that I've yet to announce? Well, you better throw Junkyard Joe into the mix, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. We are giving this man a contract. We are changing his life for the better. Let's just hope he can survive against Ray Lethal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that concludes the post-Rise press conference.
Hey. What? Whoa. Wait, hold on. What's going on here, buddy? We're having a press conference? Connor, what's going on here?
Should have known.
Yeah, you really should have known. As a matter of fact, I see you. I'm seeing a lot of confused faces in the crowd right now. So you know what? I'll do you a favor. I'll cut to the chase for everybody. So this guy right here, standing, now sitting with the red hair, way better than the guy next to him. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, that's the real main event. All right, that's Mr. E.J. Everett Jeffries. That's the trigger man, the marksman, whatever the hell you want to call me, whatever gun-related pun you got. And, more importantly, your father. Yeah. Connor knows this part pretty well. I'm your dad, and that means you, and you in the back with the shitty frosted tips. Yeah, that's me. I'm dad now. What was that? Why am I saying? Okay, well, to answer you, I'll pose it to you another question. Would you like to know the intimate adventures your mother had in her life? No? No, okay, so don't ask the question if you already know the answer. Look, I'm not trying to be disruptive here. I'm just trying to get everyone to know each other, right? Connor, you want unity here, right?
First off, there are kids in attendance. I don't appreciate you speaking.
No,
like that.
well, the kids are gonna grow up someday, and they're sure as shit gonna grow chest on their hairs from watching Mr. E.J. Everett Jeffries. So you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. There are kids in the crowd. All right, so I want everybody in this room right now to get to know each other. I want everyone to sit down. Yeah, on the floor. Yeah, do it, or I'm not answering questions. Yeah, you. Thank you.
As if you'd get questions.
Yeah, we'll get the questions in a minute. I'll actually answer one more lingering thought that is probably in everyone's head right now. So, main thing, Mr. Boss Man, CEO here, Connor Greene, in his big suit. He's looking pretty good. He cleaned up well. He was pretty afraid that his show and every show after this was gonna flop. To be frank, I mean, have you seen the talent pool we got right now? Right? I mean, God forbid, did you see the shit that happened the past couple days? I mean, we got fans jumping the barricade, Leprechauns winning the fucking world titles, absolutely embarrassing, by the way, and nobody goes home happy, right? So he called up an unimaginably begrudging favor, I can only imagine, to an old piece of his history. And so I was asked to send a message to the VPW locker room to step up. And these are my words. These aren't Connor's words. God forbid, he's nowhere near as well spoken as me. So this means that every single super edgy, badass, tattooed cool guy and every plucky, flippy underdog, goody two-shoes in that locker room is on notice tonight. Not just tonight, but moving forward. I want everybody in this locker room to know exactly what they're up against. So here I am to save the show, to make it watchable. Understand? All right. Now I'm gonna play the good boy part here now. I'm supposed to, and I'll bless the room with some actual question answering. So who's got something stimulating, huh?
All right, first question apparently for this man is, who are you?
I'm the most entertaining thing on this show right now. I am, again, your father. I'm a very good man. As a matter of fact, I'm quite generous. Now I'm not so generous as to do something as if I were, doing Make-A-Wish kid things. I mean, you could just look at Connor, probably ascertain it's something like that. But no, I'm very generous because I came to save a show. So that's who I am. I'm a caregiver. I'm a rescuer. They sometimes call my job more important than firemen sometimes because this is way worse of a sinking ship than a burning building.
All right, this next question comes in from Alicia from the Fight Night Network. What supposedly makes you stand out from the crowd here in VPW?
That's actually a really good question. And what was your name? What was her name?
Alicia.
Alicia. All right. Well, Alicia, that was a really good question. Call me after the show. So, I'm actually going to answer this question by by giving you a story. And that story, it involves a couple years ago. It was a nice summer day. And again, I still want everyone to be sat down for this. And I was, in fact, working at a reputable restaurant establishment with Dante's mother. Yeah, we're still on the moms. We're not done. And she was a nice lady. I was working. We were doing all right. And then one day, in comes this homeless man. May have been Junkyard Joe. I don't know. And he comes in, and he orders. He just wants small fries. And so he orders the small fries, and I see Dante's mom. She's racking up the total on the cash register. And I'm thinking, today's going to be a good day. But then she asks for his change, and then the homeless man walks out of the restaurant, and he comes back, and he spits, like he has a whole mouthful full of coins, and he spits all of them into Dante's mom's hand. And that day taught me two very valuable lessons. The first one, my God, even the homeless man knew not to trust wherever the hell her hands have been. Number two, it taught me that, damn, I want to make coins. I want to make money every time I open my mouth too. And as you can see, I followed very well up on that. So, to answer your question, that's what makes me stand out. If you don't get it, then tough shit, I guess.
That had nothing to do with. Okay.
All right, you want a better answer?
No.
Was that not good enough for you?
No.
No. I can answer it again. And I can, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that again. Shut your fucking mouth. So I hear a lot about people being the cream of the crop, right? Everyone can agree with that. I don't put creamer in my coffee. That's never moved me. So think of me as like liquid sugar, right? Because liquid sugar, sugar syrup, that's like fucking gold right there. I'm the gold. I'm the one that actually makes coffee taste not like shit. All right, that's what makes me stand out. Because this whole VPW locker room right now, that's the black coffee and the sugar syrup, right? Does that make more sense for you, Connor? I'm just better. All right. That what does that say to everyone? How many more different ways can I tell you that I'm just better than everyone here?
I guess that makes sense, mysterious man. But anyway.
And stop calling me mysterious man. You know who I am.
I've never seen you before in my life.
You've seen me before many times in your life. We spent so many good times in that VPW shower room, and you mean to tell me that you don't want to act like you don't know your old good buddy, Mr. EJ Everett Jeffries? Come on.
Next question comes from Eric from.
First of all, what the hell kind of publication is? What was it? Sports Wrestling Illustrated. What the hell? Am I here to make or break VPW? That's actually a really good question because I don't know. I don't know what I'm here to do. That's actually a really good question because it's either I'm going to embarrass everyone else every time they get in the ring or on the mic with me that badly that nobody ever wants the show to. They don't ever want to watch the show if I'm not on it, or they always watch the show and I do what I normally do and I bring in the dimes and I draw them and everybody wants to come watch the show that Everett Jeffries is on. But it could go either way. I mean, I've been a world champion more than a couple times. I can't say that I'm even so much as willing to be in the same ring as the Lucky Charms mascot you got running around here now. But hey, you know, if you ever got another title for me to take that you want me to actually give some reputation to, Connor, I can do that for you. How's that sound?
I guess that kind of. Do I really have to ask him this, God?
Yeah, you do. You do. And thank you, by the way. What was your name? Brian? Okay, cool. I'm really glad you asked that. Oh, come on, Connor, come on. Don't you want me to take a title? Don't you want me to pretend that I am rubbing your shoulder right now? You're sitting very far away from me right now, like I have the plague or something. But don't come on.
The last question for EJ is: are you signed to Vigilant Pro Wrestling?
Yeah. So that's actually a weird thing. Caden Crow, you know, the guy who Connor Greene did not beat. He pulled some strings. He was pulling some strings behind the scenes. I think it was like some Vigilant variety bullshit. I don't know. He was doing that for me, and he had changed some rules and stipulations, so to speak. And here I am. Changed the rules of the contract. I made the rules. So
you found the.
Yeah, I found a lot of things. Look, I may have fallen off the face of the earth, but I didn't stop being useful. Right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the last question.
No. That ain't the last question. Not a single bit. Not the question that I'm gonna ask, because I'm gonna be the one asking questions now. I want to ask everybody here. Do you think that you even so much as care about me? Because I'm gonna give you a little side question of that. Do you think I care? Because at this current moment, I'm going to do everything that I set out to do. And what I set out to do was make VPW a show worth fucking watching. Right? And I'm not going to do it by holding up some fake bullshit cardboard title. Like Mr. Lucky Charms over here, fucking him and his Keebler elf little bitch boy, right? And helped him get that title in the first place. Again, very embarrassing. I'm certainly not going to do it by tatting myself up 1,500 times over. I'm going to do exactly what I was sent out here to do. Right? I haven't been disruptive at all. As a matter of fact, this is probably the most entertaining part of this press conference, right? You can agree, right? Yeah, anyways, so when I said that I'm the sugar syrup of this goddamn black coffee, I'm saying that because that's liquid gold, all right? The sweetest damn thing in VPW is going to be watching Mr. EJ slap some asshole upside their head. And now let me tell you the truth right now. If you want to hear exactly what that's going to sound like, you can ask Connor Greene himself, because he has quite the history with understanding just how that's like. Now, if you want to ask me any more questions, you can ask me a good one right now. You can ask me, how long is it going to take for Everett Jeffries to make this show watchable? Because I'll tell you right now, you tune in tomorrow night or whenever night it comes out. I don't know your release schedule. I don't even fucking watch this show. When that next show comes out and I'm on it, it's immediately better. And that's your answer. And you know what? Thank you, Connor Greene, for giving me your time. I sure as shit didn't enjoy it. And you know what? Everybody else here in the press conference right now, get ready. That's I'm going to tell you. Get ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What an unfortunate turn of events. I was not expecting that man to show up again. And just for the record, he is delusional. I do not know him. But that is going to conclude tonight's ceremony. We will see you all in Afterlife. Thank you for tuning in. Get home safe. Good night.
Or don't. You can get home not safe. That's also an option. I'm certainly going to be drinking and driving. So who knows?